Okay, Papa's House fans, remember, these episode reviews will be coming out, either early or towards the middle of the week because recently they changed it to where Papa's House new episodes air on CBS Thursday nights, but they aren't available to stream on Paramount Plus until I believe the following Monday. So that's why the Papa House reviews are kind of, different in terms of when I post them, from the first three episodes. But we are here to talk season one, episode six, entitled Family Photo. Simply put, Papa wants to do a new family photo that doesn't include his ex-wife, but Junior and Nina don't want to leave her out. So that's pretty much, the main plot of the episode, which is interesting because I think that so far this is one of the first episodes where I believe it's just like one main storyline with not a lot of offshoot stories like a B plot or C plot. It's really just the fact that it's about Papa wanting to get this family photo, but everybody wants to have Catherine involved. I mean, you could argue that Dr. Reed, they actually did follow up on episode 5 of the whole wait a minute, is Dr. Reed actually flirting with Papa or not? There's just like one or two moments in the episode with that, but other than that, the main storyline is Pop's just, upset because, oh, it's another day where I paid, my wife alimony and, I had to get rid of that check. And it's like, oh. So Junior's whole thing is being unable to stand up to his dad, and Nina tells him that, you need to like stand up to your father because it's important to have your mom in the photo because she's part of the family too. And I know that you want that. And it reminded me of that one episode of My Wife and Kids where I believe it was during the wedding planning for Junior and Vanessa. And, Michael wanted to do this huge wedding, but Junior and Vanessa didn't want all that extravagant stuff. They wanted a more, humble wedding, family, close friends, that kind of thing. And the thing was, Vanessa was like, I don't know if I can marry a man who can't stand up to his father. Yeah, that's easier said than done, just saying, in terms of standing up to someone, especially someone who isn't emotionally available. But instead of using trickery, because that's what Junior was leaning towards. Okay, so Nina, you're going to be the supervisor. You can micromanage the scheduling and everything for the photo. You want to wear all white. She has a vision board, which is something Dr. Reed and her bond over. And it turns out that Dr. Reed has never had a family photo either. And she, alluded to the fact that, oh yeah, I always wanted to do a family photo. And then Nina invites her and it's like, oh, whoa, whoa, she ain't part of the family yet. But, next thing you know, Kat shows up. Pops is ticked off. He doesn't want her in the photo. And then Junior's playing his foil because he just thinks that he could look at it from a technicality. It's like, oh, you said you didn't want her here, but actually she's going to be there or something like that. And Nina's like, Junior, that's not going to work. You got to talk to your parents about it. So there's a lot of bickering back and forth. But eventually Junior does step to his dad in terms of, wanting to take this photo. And I feel for both sides here because Pops literally said, look, it's not that simple. You just want me to stand in a photo, but it's not that simple. And I get that because, from a child's perspective, they just want their parents to get along, but they don't really know the inner workings of the, the drama and the turmoil. So what might look simple to you is like, why can't you take this one photo? It's really about what the photo represents. And eventually, Pops does come forward to Catherine about exactly why he doesn't want the photo. It's just that a family photo of you in it is just like a constant reminder of our failed marriage. And Junior did say, like, fine, you know what? If you don't want to be in the photo, then you explain to your grandkids why you can't stand next to their grandmother. And it's like, oh, yeah. So they eventually work it out. And Nina's father comes over as well for the photo with his old high school, like, what was it? High school singing group outfit with a top hat and everything. And then Dr. Reed comes over. Oh, actually, it switches to everybody gets to wear what they want, which was, the makings of a fun family photo. Dr. Reed comes over at the 11th hour, and she's in the photo next to Pops, and it was kind of funny. It really was. So I give this episode 8 out of 10. I don't think it was as good as last week in terms of the lessons, but I think this one did have a good lesson in terms of, family dysfunction. I get it. In terms of trying to work it out for the future generation, the legacy, basically, the grandkids, nieces, nephews, and whatnot. But it's just one of those things where the younger generation doesn't know all of the drama behind, like why this aunt doesn't talk to this aunt, or why this uncle doesn't want to deal with this cousin. It really runs deep. And I mean, luckily they were able to pull it together, because that's something not everybody can do. I mean, some people hold grudges for, decades over little things, but hey, sometimes you just don't need to put salt in the wound. So yeah, I give this one a solid 8 out of 10. And it just makes you wonder, what, this is episode 6. I really wonder how long the Dr. Reed Poppa thing is going to go on, where Reed is dropping hints, Poppa's picking up on it, and Reed is like, oh, nothing. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But other than that, Junior and Nina's dynamic was funny. Not to mention, Junior and his dad is always, what was it, last week? It was the whole snapping your fingers and someone's pants falls down. This time it's like hiding keys and stuff like it. Dude got talent. Okay, well, in that case, that's really all I have to say about the review. Pretty straightforward episode. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the series. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video.